Hey, it's Ricky from Clap If You Don't Care. Today I wanted to do something a little different and give you a special album review of Charli XCX's new album called Music, Fashion, Film. This is Charli's 7th studio album, and I've seen a lot of people calling it a follow-up to Brat. And technically that's true. But let's also not forget that she did a soundtrack for Wuthering Heights. So with that in mind, one thing that I found really interesting while researching this album is that Charli has done recent interviews promoting the album, and she's admitted that she wasn't planning on making another album this quickly. In fact, she said that she was really trying to take a break and take a step back because she felt creatively drained. But when inspiration hit, she decided to lean into it. I'll just go ahead and say it, but this album doesn't sound like Brat. Doesn't sound like she was chasing success of a previous album or chasing the algorithm. Instead, it sounds like an artist who is following her curiosity and wanting to tap into her artistry and try something different. If you followed Charli for a while, you know that she's an artist who has experienced every side of the music industry. She's had massive hits. She's had albums that didn't connect with the mainstream. And she's lived in what Stan Twitter jokingly calls the Kia Asylum, which is an internet meme for the imaginary place where artists get sent after a commercial flop. Charli knows what it feels like to be counted out, but then also having one of the biggest pop albums of the decade. I want to start with the title of the album. It's called Music, Fashion, Film. And those ideas pop up throughout the record. And if you've followed Charli's career, you know that those aren't just random themes. They're three worlds she generally is fascinated with and has immersed herself in throughout the years. One thing I love about this album is how effortless it feels. It doesn't sound like she was chasing another Brat, like I said, and it doesn't sound like she was trying to satisfy a label. It feels like a snapshot of where Charli is creatively. Whether each song lands or becomes a hit doesn't matter because it's an artist following her curiosity instead of repeating herself. The album's 11 tracks are a quick listen with a runtime of 30 minutes. These 11 songs are alternative and don't fit into one genre. She flirts with rock, though she never fully commits to it. I think that teasing is intentional. Just when you start to enjoy it and lean into it, she switches it up on you, and then the song is over. There's also no musical features, except for one monologue from an iconic filmmaker. At times, the lyrics are playful and funny, but also vulnerable. She talks about anxiety surrounding fame. She also talks about consumerism and how money probably can't buy you a personality or a smile.
Buy some jewelry, a personality, a whole backstory, card declined.
In camera, she struggles with possibly throwing her career away because of the constant need to be on for the cameras, whether that's doing appearances in front of the camera or fans or the media constantly recording her every move. But Wink Wink might be the perfect example of what this entire album is about. Charli is playing with the idea of reinvention. She's telling us she's changed, but wink wink, reinvention is never that simple. I would say that this album is a bop. Songs from this album worth having on repeat include Camera, Card Declined, I'm Afraid, and Wink Wink. But I'm curious to know your thoughts. Drop a comment or email us at icare@ericky.xyz. That's icare@ericky.xyz. Tune in Wednesday for a new episode of Clap If You Don't Care. And until then, don't forget to tell your dog I said hi.